Build your $15 Attitude Era Championship roster. You're going to start with the WWF champion, and then you're going to move on to the Intercontinental champion.
All right.
And then the third category will be your tag team champions. Your fourth category will be your women's champion. And your last category will be the hardcore champion.
Oh, okay.
For your WWE champion, $5, you can get Stone Cold. For $4, you can get Triple H. For $3, you can get Kane.
Okay.
For $2, you can get Big Show.
All right.
And for $1, you can get Vince McMahon himself.
Ooh. I think, you know what? Just by how the company is, you gotta go for the $5 here. He saved the company. He changed the trajectory of the company. I would say probably the biggest star with the biggest peak is Stone Cold.
Okay.
Definitely not going for the Big Show.
For the Intercontinental,
All
you have
right.
$10 left now.
Yes.
For the Intercontinental Championship, at $5, you have Kurt Angle.
Ooh.
At $4, you have Chris Jericho.
Okay.
At $3, you have Eddie Guerrero.
Okay.
At $2, you have Rikishi. And at $1, you have Godfather.
$3 is
Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero. Attitude Era. This is Latino Heat.
This wasn't lying, cheating, and stealing.
Yeah, this wasn't.
He didn't really get any pops back then.
He didn't get any pops, no. But he was a great wrestler,
This was
so
Eddie Guerrero, yeah.
I think I might have to do $2 and give it to Rikishi
Damn.
at this point. Save some money,
Did it for The Rock. eh?
He did for The Rock. Someone had to do it.
You have $8 left
All right.
for your tag team champs. At $5, you have the Hardy Boys.
Okay.
At $4, you have Edge and Christian.
Okay.
At $3, you have the Dudleys.
Okay.
At $2, you have New Age Outlaws.
Okay.
At $1, you have the Acolytes. Not APA, but the Acolytes.
I think $2 for the New Age Outlaws, that's a steal.
Damn.
They used to get big pops.
They did. They're
They
huge.
used to get huge pops.
But are they the same as the other three? I don't think
No,
so.
but they used to have a cool gimmick when they used
Yeah,
to come
they
into the ring.
Okay, now you have $6 left.
All right.
Your women's champions. At $5, you have Trish Stratus.
Okay.
At $4, you have Lita.
All right.
At $3, you have China. At $2, you have Ivory. And at $1, you have Deborah.
I think $3 China. I think that's a steal in my opinion. Because she was, to be honest, at the time she was the biggest star
True.
in the company
True.
and the attitude there. So I think at $3 at China, I'll steal that.
With $3 left, your hardcore champ. At $5, you have Mick Foley. At $4, you have Raven. At $2, you have Steve Blackman. At $1, you have Crash Holly. And at $3, you have Hardcore Holly himself.
A Hardcore Holly. Okay, so
He's named after the belt.
he is named after Belt. Hardcore Holly, Steve Blackman, and Crash Holly. You know what? I think I might have to go Crash Holly. You know
Damn,
what?
for a dollar.
For $1, I think that might be the more comedic and fun route to go.
That's true.
It just you need some comedy in the show. So at some point,
That's true.
and so I think a Crash Holly would be the best pick